Hello, welcome back to another video and Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm so happy to be here because I am actually posting this video during the holidays and I'm going to be sharing with you guys the holiday itinerary that I created essentially for my partner and I here in Bali. This is my personal first Christmas outside of Canada, outside of at the beach, really living in a tropical country outside of the winter, away from my family. And so I wanted to really dive into this holiday season with a little bit more intention, just so that I can really just feel more comfortable, feel more at home while I am living abroad. So I want this video to be kind of like some inspiration for you. I know there's a few days left between, usually between Christmas and New Year's. A lot of us have a lot of time off, and even after New Year's, if that's the case for you. And so I wanted to just give you some inspiration on how you can create an itinerary for yourself, or how can you create more of a cozy, a more intentional, a more peaceful, and a more joyful holiday break for yourself for the rest of the days that you have left. Maybe you're wondering, you've finally got, for some people, the social gatherings can be really anxiety inducing, right? Like just having to see a bunch of family members or some people, some friends that you haven't seen for a while. And usually with the holidays, it can bring a lot of those obligations, I guess. And so now, if this has been the case for you and you feel like you haven't even had time for yourself, a lot of the times the holiday season or the break can be so focused on other people, and the whole point of this break is for yourself as well, to find joy, to do the things that maybe you haven't had time to really tap into because you've been so busy with your job or you've been so busy with other things. And so if that has been the case for you and you feel like even the holiday season, where it's meant to be for you to slow down, for you to take the rest time that you need, has been so busy and has been so clouded with obligations, social gatherings, and focus on other people, I want this to be a reminder that, okay, for the rest of the week or whatever, even if you have one more day left, I want this video to give you this reminder that it's time for you to allow yourself to create an itinerary for your own enjoyment, for yourself. Again, I always talk about this, but be selfish. If your cup is empty, you can't even fill up other people's cups. It's so important for you to prioritize yourself, especially during this time, because honestly, if you think back when you were a kid, how fun and how memorable what was the holidays, the breaks. For me anyways, I would spend so much time just literally video gaming all day, every single day. And then I would get okay, now I'm gonna move on. And then you move on to the next activity and to the next activity. And so it was so focused on your enjoyment and feeling this endless, it's kind of like summertime, right? When you were a kid, when you had all this free time. I just want this to be a reminder for you to also include some elements for your own enjoyment, include some hobbies, include some cozy time where you can really, really feel rested and you can feel just that childlike joy that we used to get during the holiday season, right? Because now that we're adults, we're so focused on everyone else and making sure everyone else is happy. But I want you to tap into your childlike self and feel like you are being taken care of, you are being nurtured, you are receiving, and you can do that for yourself. You are your adult self that can also give your child self that feeling. And essentially, that is my goal for you. That is my goal for the next two vlogs, essentially. So for today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how you can create your own cozy holiday itinerary for the rest of the days that you have left. And I'm going to share with you guys the first few days of my holiday itinerary. I created this as a vlog for you guys, so I'm going to take you along I think it's the first 3 or 4 days, and then I'm going to post a new video with the rest of the holiday itinerary that's going to end around January 1st, after New Year's Eve. So I'm really excited for you guys. I'm really happy to be doing this, to be even having the free time to create this video during the holidays. Super, super grateful for that. And so let's just get into it. So main themes, as we've kind of already discussed, when it comes to creating this like sacred self-care, cozy itinerary, schedule, whatever you want to call it for yourself, is slowing down and cozy living. Okay, so I want you to, whatever that means for you, like slowing down, putting your obligations to the side. I'm sure you've had some obligations so far. Okay, now it's time for yourself. So prioritize your you time, prioritize creating that plan for yourself, putting it in your schedule first, and then whatever else you have going on, work around it. Okay, so put yourself first, at least every single day, for however long you want to create this for yourself, however long you want to create this itinerary. I want you to plan in at least one activity a day, at least one cozy hobby a day, 1 to 2 activities in your itinerary. Okay, so how do you make your own fun, cozy activity or fun, cozy itinerary for yourself? So basically, I'm gonna give you guys a few ideas, a few fun activities, but a great way that I actually found a lot of inspiration was through Pinterest. So if you go ahead, if you have a Pinterest account, amazing, you can just go ahead and search like Christmas bucket list or cozy hobbies or fun activities during the holidays, and you'll just see a bunch of like pictures, you'll see a bunch of like lists and cool graphics that show like different like cozy hobbies, different itinerary items that you can find inspiration to do. I will share with you guys a few of the ones that I found personally that gave me some inspiration for my own holiday itinerary. And like there's also like the fact that you're on Pinterest and doing this is an activity in of itself. So I find it so cozy to just like sit down with my hot chocolate and like just browse through Pinterest and pin images to my cozy Christmas board, for example, or my like, I don't know what I had called it, like I think it was called holiday planning board. And it just gives me like, really gets me into the cozy vibe. It gets me into the Christmas spirit, seeing everybody's like really cozy home decors and the baked goods and the drinks they've made, and it just like feels really, really warm and fuzzy for me to go through that. So that in of itself is a really cozy hobby, and you can just do that while you're scrolling, you know, while you're watching a show, for example. So here are some of the images that I found on Pinterest that I found really, really cute and very, very cozy, that kind of gave me some inspiration on things to do. Like it's nothing crazy, of course, it's just like really got me into the vibe. So here are some for you. And really like another way that you can plan your days to be extra cozy for the holidays is thinking of adding activities in like one of these categories. So first one is drinks. So drinks could be like anything that you really enjoy to drink. It could be simply a cup of coffee. For some people, the ritual of creating a coffee or a matcha feels super cozy and feels super filling and like satisfying. So maybe it's as simple as just creating your morning coffee, but like I want you to savor it. Like in every activity that you are going to be including in this itinerary of yourself, I want you to savor the moment. So like if you are just regularly making your coffee every single morning, just how can you make it extra special? Like maybe you can take your time doing it. Maybe you can add some cinnamon to your coffee, or maybe you can add like have your coffee somewhere else in your house, like a cute little cozy corner that you've created for yourself. And maybe you can have your coffee without scrolling on your phone, and you can just actually enjoy looking outside the window and looking at the snow or whatever is your outside looking like. How can you savor the moment? So drinks is one category. So maybe that's coffee for you, maybe that's matcha, maybe that's making peppermint hot chocolate, maybe that is making a cocktail. Like if you're into drinking, maybe you can make a nice sparkling drink water, right? And you get some cranberries and some rosemary and make it like a holiday drink. That is a category to check out. The next one is of course baking slash food. So I always bake something during the holidays, even if it's the most basic thing. This holiday, I'm actually going to be creating Biscoff truffles. So I will show you guys that. I think it's going to be in the next video, in the next vlog. So I'm gonna be making that. It's super simple. It's like 4 ingredients. It doesn't have to be this big intricate cheesecake or like these 10 ingredient organic gingerbread cookies. It doesn't have to be like that. It could be very, very simple. It could just be pancakes. Like, just how can you make these activities more intentional? Even if it's just the same breakfast, maybe food that you always make every morning, right? Like, just change it up a little bit. Add a little bit of spice. Add a cute little garnish on top. Play some music while you're baking. Play some Christmas music. Like, it's really about like savoring this time and making it intentional and like romanticizing it. So baking slash food, right? There's so many options for you. Cookies are very obvious when it comes to the holidays. You can make cute little appetizers. And yeah, the third category is space slash ambiance. So just kind of how I chatted a little about the music while you're cooking. It's essentially that, like, how can you create your space? How can you make your environment a little bit more elevated, a little bit more intentional, a little bit more Christmassy or holiday-like? Maybe you can add some Christmas lights to your room. You know, maybe you can add some to your plant. That's actually something that I gifted my boyfriend for Christmas. You're gonna see in today's vlog that, okay, obviously we're living in Bali, we're not gonna buy a Christmas tree, but one of the trees in our room completely just died. All of its leaves just fell off one day, and we were just chatting quickly about how, okay, we'll get another plant. We're gonna be here for a while, we might as well get one. And I just came up with this amazing idea to surprise him with a new plant, and then I also bought some twinkling lights and I wrapped it around the plant, and we used that as our makeshift Bali Christmas tree and added our wrapped gifts under that plant, and it was super cute. You're gonna see it in today's vlog. So adding some lights, lighting some candles, putting some incense, essential oils, like really tapping into that like sensory experience when it comes to the scent, when it comes to auditory, like putting some jazzy music. It just feels really nice. It really feels nice when you can make that intention to create more ambiance in your space. So you can get creative, of course. You can add more decorations to your space. Maybe you can clean as well. That's also a key element, of course, like having a clean space. Maybe you want to organize. Like, that feels really nice when you know you've done some organizing, when you feel like you've put things away, when you feel like everything is in its place. Like, that feeling of cleanliness and that feeling of everything is like in its place and everything feels very, it just brings a lot of comfort to your mind, a lot of comfort in your body, and it's just a key element. Okay, I don't know. The last category to think of when you are creating a itinerary for yourself for the next few days is activities slash cozy hobbies. Obviously, I'm going to talk about cozy hobbies. So anything that you enjoy doing, something that lights you up. Maybe it's something you used to do as a child. Maybe it's something that you do once in a while, but you just don't seem to have time for it anymore. Or maybe it's something new that you've been wanting to try. There are so many options for you. For me, that is video games. So maybe you have a computer. You don't need a fancy console to play video games. If you have a computer, if you have a Mac, you can go ahead on Steam. There's a bunch of games. Some of them are on sale. There are free games online. There is like the Xbox Pass where you get also really good games available on that. There are so many video games, cozy video games that you can tap into. If you have a Nintendo Switch, which is what I use most of the time, like 90% of the time, there are so many cozy video games that you can have like so many hours playing. Okay, so The Sims 4 is really big for me, and actually The Sims 4 is free to download. The base game is completely free to download, so you can try that out, of course. I love Animal Crossing. I've played many hours of Animal Crossing, so now when I do play it, I just kind of go into the game, and I just, especially now that the season in the game is winter, so it just gives me a nice feeling of like, okay, I'm living in Bali, but at least I can escape into the winter in this game. So any like cozy game that has a winter season is a great option. It really gets you into the winter like holiday vibe. So Stardew Valley is an amazing game. You can also play that on your PC or your Mac. Fae Farm is a game that I'm currently playing. Like every day I play like maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Amazing. There's so many cozy hobbies like coloring, you can paint, there's even like PDF coloring books. Like if you have an iPad, there is a way that you can actually download those cozy, comfy coloring books that you see on Amazon, everybody coloring with markers. You can actually download those on your iPad and color on your iPad, which is kind of a hack. I've been doing that myself. Reading is another really cozy hobby, and if you have Spotify, you actually get free audiobook access, and I think you get like up to 12 hours a month. I'm not sure, but check it out. So there's so many options. Like also, if you have an ebook reader, I think it's Kindle though specific by Amazon. If you have an Amazon Prime account, they now offer Amazon Prime ebooks. So some of them are actually free to download. So you can do that. You can of course go to a library and borrow books. You can go to a bookstore and buy a book. If you want any book recommendations, TikTok always has you put the genre that you're into. I've been really into thrillers, even though we're in the holiday season. Thriller is just like my vibe. I don't know why, it just makes me want to continue reading. It really gets me into it. What else? You can make a collage. So that is something that I'm going to be doing, and you'll probably see it in the vlogs. I'm going to be creating a collage essentially as a vision board for 2025, and I will probably make a separate video to kind of guide you guys on how you can create your own vision board, or how you, not essentially a vision board, but like how can you create a plan for yourself in order to manifest your dream reality, to manifest your goals, especially in 2025. So that is going to be a separate video for you guys, and that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, I have a few more things here. You can create a Christmas playlist. We talked about making collage. You can make one specific to a theme. So maybe that is a Christmas theme. Maybe that's a 2025 theme, like we're talking about, like a vision board type of vibe. Or one thing that I really like to do is an authentic self collage. So that's gonna be definitely in the video that I'm gonna share with you guys, or a separate video, because that is a whole other exercise in of itself. But if you want kind of to dabble into it, essentially, I want you to like find pictures that represent who you are at your core and create a collage using those images. It doesn't have to be images, it could be also quotes, it could be things that just feel good to you. Like anything, it doesn't even have to be anything regarding you specifically as a personality, but it could be as simple as, I really like this picture, I really like this quote, and you put it all together, and you can call that an authentic self board. I have another way of creating an authentic self board, and like I said, I think I'm going to create a separate video for that, because it could be lengthy, the process, in the sense that like I'll have to guide you through it. If you're interested in me creating a video regarding the authentic self vision board, comment down below and let me know if you're down for that. And that's pretty much it. I do want to mention, for collages, I like to use this app called Shuffles. It connects to your Pinterest, and it just allows you to create these really cute collages that are perfect, especially if you have a phone like an Android or an iPhone, and you can use the collage as your as your screensaver. So really, really cute, really, really fun. And that's all I have for you guys for the planning part of this video. I really hope that you can incorporate this into the rest of your holiday season, whatever that looks like. Even if you didn't have a chance to really plan this out in advance, and you are already fully booked, you already have too many plans and obligations, take this and try to infuse it into your days even after the holiday season, because it's not too late. It's really not too late. Just because your holidays might be over and you have to go back to work, this can be part of your lifestyle. This is a great way to start practicing intentional living and prioritizing yourself, romanticizing your life, being more present, savoring the moments, mindfulness. Like, essentially, these are the elements that are going to allow you to thrive in your life. So whether you decide and you have the time to infuse that into your holiday season in the next few days, amazing. And if not, you can still take these elements and still incorporate them into your days, into your life after the holidays. It's not over. This is a lifestyle. This is something that you can choose to live by every single day, and that is what I strive to do. And it honestly is what allows me to live such a full life, such a fulfilling life. I'm so happy to be able to share this with you guys as well, because I really do believe it is the key to, it's just the key to manifesting whatever it is that you desire and living your dream life, honestly. So let's get into the first few days of my Christmas holiday itinerary.